competing for it. All the public has come out and really supporting of this initiative and a celebration of 10 years of Varsity Shield rugby, where the focus has been looking good. There's a bit of the wind at 18 kilometers just going across, but that'll be a welcome relief for all the students and all the people who will be coming out here to enjoy this occasion. The doubleheader in the Eastern Cape, the bedrock of South African rugby, world champions from everywhere. This is the road side, which is coached by Carlos Ikondwana Kajwa. Their only victory that they've had, it came up against the Varsity Blues last season by 13 points to 12. The only player to score a try there was Cameron Amos, who won't be playing today. But Luther Salam, who must look out for that 8th man. He'll be getting himself out in the bar and getting involved. Matthew Roll is coming on at 10. And be on the lookout for Sandile Mandandana at fullback. Just what you've been looking for, the rugby. It is Friday night's rugby. The Forte Blues. This is their side, and they'll be up for it. It's their first game of the season. They haven't won any games on their opening match of the Varsity Shield. They're 9 out of 15 from their previous Varsity Shield matches when they're coming off a bye. But players like Yamgele Mzozoyana, they'll be the ones who'll be looking to set up the platform to make sure Kit Chiwara can get his whole 3 quarters and his outside backs into the movement. This is the time, and this is it. A Varsity Shield rugby led by the big man, Sino Khalo, man with the longest name in the game. Sino Lwazi Ngekamba like Khalo. Only letters missing out of there is X, Y, B, and C. 195 kilograms, 195 centimeters, 128 kilograms. Here is the unit. They come from a loss that they had last week, losing to TUT, a team that is coached by one of our co-commentators, Kaya Molotana. And this is the Blues. They say, Lumka, Ia Lumka, Ia Lumake I Blues. These men, they out and they're looking forward to it. It's their first game of the season. They'll be led there by CJ Osode, a team that is blazing with talent. They are up for this season 2020 to showcase what they can do as the 69th game of the Varsity Shield. They started from the inaugural 2011 season, where now they finally have come around.
The Varsity Shield is an original South African project. Its management and participants are proud to be South African, loyal to the national flag, encouraged by our beautiful anthem, and committed to the bright future of our wonderful country. Let us now stand and join together in singing the South African national anthem.
Nkosi sikeleli Afrika, maluphakanyisu uphondo lwayo, izwa imithandazo yethu. Nkosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo. a call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land.
A great rendition of the national anthem by Melikaya Kotweni, and Nolwazi Mabindisa was the credo reader. Our match officials for this afternoon is Sean Miller, who will be the referee, assisted by Tian Potgieter and Sianda Pigoli, and the TMO Christo Duprea coming in to deliver the ball for us as the Steers delivery of that match ball. Varsity Shield, so much rivalry with these four universities of the Eastern Cape, and eagerly waiting on my side to get in a bit of this mix as Wim Visser, a former Italian international. As you can see, the Stallions are out there. University of Rhodes going to be up against University of Fort Hare. Wim, interesting game for University of Fort Hare. It's their first game they're playing. They've had a head out a bit, the Rhodes University. What could we expect from this game?
Oh, Bob's fantastic to be upstairs with you once again. Flying this one all the way home, but I can tell you one thing, this is going to be a cracker.
Kate Schwara, ball bouncing backwards. Well, there's a lot of feeling out there at the start. Only 15 seconds gone in the game, and an opportunity for the University of Fort Hare to give themselves a chance. Either go for the post or sit up and line out.
Well, the intention is clear immediately. They're opting for the line out. They're backing themselves. They're big pack of forwards.
Straight from the kick-off and the launch ball. The ball was knocked on, and the man in front of the ball played it. Not the same man who played that ball first time.
We know that in round one, Rhodes University came unstuck at home 7 points to 3, but they earned themselves a losing bonus point. That can make a massive difference.
Akukuku setting up the driving ball now. The University of Fort Hare, the Blues. They're short. Have to show a bit of patience here. You can see the line. Only inches away. Pick and go again from the hooker. Mkondo. Gainer going around the corner. The forwards piling up a lot of pressure. And it's a try coming in for Mtandazo Ngubeni. Oh, Ngubeni gets the first try of the game.
Oh, it's the perfect start, picture perfect, set piece brilliance. Bobs, that's exactly what the doctor ordered University of Fort Hare with their big lock forward, Ngubeni scoring the opener. Soft defence around the ruck. Pillar defence migrating, and that's why. They knocked and they knocked, and eventually that front door opened.
That's why they say the Blues bite, and they bite first. Within the first minute, they get the first try onto the try line, and it was by that forward pack. Good work from Tanazo Ngubeni. And it's converted by Keith Shuara.
Well, the University of Fort Hare, situated in Alice in the Eastern Cape, established in 1916, and their motto is together in excellence. And I can tell you one thing, that was an excellent try, Bobs.
Oh, it's a great start for the man from Alice, Edigeni. Atengosi Mandandana, man went to Cambridge High, set it up high. Underneath is the captain, but he loses control of the ball onto Major. Cameron Amos. Big, strong carry here from Christopher Renwick. They call him Stoff. Amos looking to the blind side, searching. Oh, a little probe there from Simon Cowley. Graham College student, former student. Big, strong carry from Solisi, but they're turning backwards. Coupe. Amos. Matt Royal. Short ball to Renwick. Now went forward. Telegraph pass. Travelled towards the other try line.
Oh, slightly forward. Just mistiming his run. But you can hear how hyped up this blue side is. They mean business.
Blues, the first scrum of the game. Two sides setting themselves up. Mentioned Suno Khalo, the loose head prop, went to Dell College, a fourth-year student doing a BCom. He's the captain of the Rhodes University, 128 kilograms, 1.95 meters tall. He'll be up against Edwin Ngumalo. Mzi Ngabantu Vicha is another loose head. See the captain on the pink shorts, CJ Osande, captain of the Blues. Sean Miller gets the set. It's a steady one. Kama Masiza. Good strong scrum form. The Rhodes putting a bit of pressure.
It's all about body language, and there's a lot of chirp going down on the field. Big scrum from the captain, Sinoralo. As you mentioned, Bobs, 128 kilograms of beef.
So it'll be interesting to see how they carry around. It's a warm day here at Madiba Stadium. But it's been a start that we're proud of, the Blues. 5 minutes gone, it's 7 points ahead. Strong scrum, Masiza on to Bovu, who carries strongly to the midfield and looking around to exit now.
Take him back.
Taken back, Keith Chiwara, letting that ball bounces. Atengo Simantanana does well to gather the ball. Looks for the support on his outside. That tackle, again the Blues showing a lot of attitude. Getting in with the bite. Mihlali Nobomvu.
Numbers. I need numbers. Five.
Rhodes University opting for a 5-man line-out.
Onto they go. Captain wins it against the throw. Kama Masiza. Onto his 8th man, that's Mzozoyana. Ayamgele takes the gain line. Coming around the corner, the big tight head Ngumalo. Masiza changes direction. Goes onto his fullback. Menze. Masiza. Chwara setting up the ball onto the inside, but he doesn't give, he holds on to it. Bovu. Masiza called him to get a bit closer. Little step in the chink before the ball. The Blues are really building up onto the phases now. Masiza getting excited, short ball, but it's a knock-on. Turnover ball, now it's transition. Putting it through their hands, it's Rhodes. Letting the ball do the work. Man in purple, meaning business now on the counter. Carried on by Damian Morrow. Into the half now of the Blues. Going for the kick is Amos, trying to turn around. Msiza is opposite number, whose red wall's gone backwards. Takes on the man, but he's got close to the touchline. Tackle for Mandandana. Are we in for a game here, Fim?
Oh, definitely so. It's a good kick chase from Mandandana, and good vision demonstrated by the scrum of Cameron Amos. Really realizing no one's back home. Defensive effort is good. It will be a Rhodes feed at the line-outs in the right area. What can they set up from here?
Well, they've lost their first line-out that they had. Have to show a bit of accuracy here from Odwa Ngonga. Gone for a short man line-out. Go to the back. Yes, they get the final jumper.
No.
Setting up a driving more from Stembele and Njogweni. Amos encouraging.
Came through the middle.
Coming through the middle, but has got the ball now. It's a tackle. Recycle Amos. Amos carries. He's the only man who scored the try last season when they won by 13 points to 12 at the Basil Kenyon Stadium in East London. Pick and go.
Release tackle.
Have to release here. Forte Blues close to their own try line. Pick and go again from the captain.
On the line, on the line.
Oh, Rhodes twists and turns. Scores on the try. Oh, that's a good return. Scored by Stembele and Njogweni. Both sides not wasting time on putting on the points. Converting every time they get into the other opposition's 22.
It's good constructive play by this Rhodes University side. They constructed phases. It all started from a good two-handed take at the line out. A drive was set up. And the big lock forward sticks true to his task. Njogweni gets the first try for Rhodes.
Matthew Royal, the 19-year-old who went to St Andrews, who starting the BCom on his second year, will be lining up this conversion. The ARs agree. Flags is up. We're 7-all.
It's good play from Rhodes. They stick true to their motto, Vis Virtus Veritas, which means strength, courage, and truth. They showed a lot of strength, courage. They stuck true to their task. That's the equalizer.
Chiwara, but to kick off. Blues just conceded a try, and now they're trying to set themselves into the half of Rhodes. Royal inside his 22. He's got all the rights, and it's a great clearance from the young man. It's well supported by his 8th man, Salam. Gave it to his fly half. Easy exit, and a couple of meters.
An easy exit. He takes the right club out of the bag. Earned some good real estate here in Port Elizabeth. Rhodes need to do now is set up that defensive line-out structure, put as much pressure on the University of Fort Hare.
With the ball in. Masiza. Bovu does his own thing, carrying it strongly. Only needing one cleaner on that ruck. Onto his captain now. Hustle and bustle from Osode. Masiza. Chiwara. Doesn't get any depth on that kick, but it's a lofted, competitive kick. It's an advantage knock on from the Blues. The Stallions get with the ball. Going back to the blind side. Mandananana. Amos.
No.
Carries to Royal. Now it's carried by
No.
Renwick. Amos looking to go to the blind side. He's got Royal as support. Steps the first man. Keeps the ball alive, giving on to Morrow, his outside center. Amos ready to put his forwards onto the game. Salam getting taken back on that tackle. Amos, Royal. Massive pass going to outside, but it touches the ground. Has to clean up now. Dungane. Tackle fight, staying strong in the contact, trying to make some yards. Amos now. Royal has to change the tactic, goes for the kick. Well positioned there was Kilijana, and gave it to Menze. But it's gone high, but no one takes it. Someone is getting onto it. Royal using his football skills to kick the ball up, but the chase was good from Nobomvu Mihlali.
Hard ball, bit of confusion taking place between the Rhodes University. Therefore the ball was knocked on, but it's a good kick chase. Cameron Amos comes to the rescue.
Oh, quick play here from the Blues onto Chawara. Now he's got the man on the outside, but he doesn't gonna need him now. And Salman back onto the inside to his fullback. What a ball! Kambelisha Mente gets in for the second one. A Blues on fire here. 13 minutes gone. 12 points on the board.
They made it look so simple. It started off with a fantastic two-handed take from the line-out, and then playing to space, good running lines, nice depth, good hands, quality of the passes are good. That pass there to perfection, but this made the try. That offload inside from the winger Mapelo. My apologies, Salman. And the support line of the fullback Menze out of the book.
Well, it's been a positive start from the man who came from a bye. He hasn't won in coming from the bye out of 15 times they've had. The 69th game of Varsity Shield, and Chihuahua conversion goes wide.
That all flowed there. Bob's right over here, keeping the ball alive, letting the ball do the work. So simple.
Oh, sympathetic too, such soft touches. Now look at that, what it means to them.
That's an important score for this side, and the man that's studying honours in agriculture economics, he gets his name on the board.
Oh, his future's looking bright. Kambelisha Menze scoring the fullback from a support play of Siseko Salman. Going deep is Mandandana onto Osode. Oh, it builds up the young man, winding it up, but he's well met in the tackle from the Stallions. Caesar decides to go on his left foot, but he doesn't get any purchase on that kick. I'd be disappointed about that. It didn't carve off any yards. An attacking play now for Rhodes University. See the possession, all with Forte Blues. Gone for a shotman line out. Going to the middle of that with Cowley, Royal, onto Salman. Amos. Coming around there with the handoff again. It's carried from Tekandungane. Ball is out, tackle, strong tackle from Akutuku. Stolen ball from the Blues. Masiza. Diallo gets hit backwards. That is well sorted out by his eighth Zozoyana. Keith Chihuahua finds the safety of the touchline.
Been a frantic start from both sides. Does look like one of the Rhodes University players are down on the field.
Looks like Matthew Roll.
Definitely so, Matthew Royal, product of St Andrews College. And he boasts, Bobs, that he does 100 meters in 10.62 seconds. That's
He's in the wrong sport then.
a little bit slower than you in your day, eh?
Well, it depends. It was a hand clock.
What was a early start, guns blazing, and a lot of V8 horsepower in Gubeni, the big lock forward that scored for Forte. Immediately, quick return, Jokweni, and this try here, silky touches in front of heavy traffic, and the honours agricultural economics student gets the try, Menze.
Well, it is a strategy break, and We'll be seeing the two coaches coming in. It looks like Matthew Royal will be joining us for the last quarter of this first half. And now it's time for the coaches to aim their back as they change the strategy if they have to, or keep it to the same thing. It's always at this time of the game. Sam Ludidi is downstairs with the strat master.
Well, I'm joined by the former Blues captain Madoda Ludidi, and who's our strat master for the afternoon. First 20 minutes, what are your thoughts thus far?
Well, it's a rather frustrating game. We were looking to dominate territory, but you know, we got a bad toss, got the wind against us, and yeah, we're dealing with it well enough, I think.
We spoke about the kicking a little bit earlier on, kicking into that wind. How do you think the team is managing?
Well, we're pretty confident kicking into the wind. We've got a decent kicking game, and we really back out defense. So we'll kick into that wind, we'll chase them down hard all day.
It seems like a game where the forwards are dominating and then a bit of brilliance from the backs as well. Is that the kind of game plan the team was going into, and is that what's going to win them the game today?
Yeah, we really focused on a game plan where the forwards do the simple things really well. Execution over innovation type of situation. And yeah, and then we've got a backline that can really strike from anywhere, so we'll use that leverage to carry us into a great point position on the board.
I'll let you go enjoy the rest of the 20 minutes of the first half.
Sure.
So Vim, if you had to put it down now, you're the coach right in the middle there, like Carlos is doing, what would you be saying to them?
The first thing I'd be saying to my side from Rhodes University, let's get into the right areas. Ball retention is fundamental. Forward dominance, you need to get over the advantage line, impose your physicality on your direct opposition, which means winning the conflict areas. On the other hand, University of Fort Hare, they've shown some set-piece brilliance, especially at line-out time, and then their backs are sleeky. With ball in hand, they can make the difference. We saw that when the try was scored by Menze.
So many interesting quarters coming up after the strategy breaks. The teams will be focused, really ready to go with that pink ball. Awareness of mental health being as important as physical health. Both teams been mixing it up with their lineouts, going for short men lineouts. They go to the middle again, the Blues, but they lose the ball onto the other side of the roads. And it's a try scorer who's carrying it, Njokweni. Amos searching for it. Change of direction and little kick through. Caesar does well, covering up. Advantage is over from the turnover.
Lost it.
That's good work on that tackle by Nombovu. Famba has come on
Use it.
for Royal.
Tackle, leave it.
Carry from the captain, Masode. Caesar. Strong ball carrying Ngumalo. Decided to put it in the boot. Rasbovu finds a bit of unkind bounce. Oh, nice, hear him scare him here. But Major does well.
Leave it now.
Blues putting a lot of pressure onto that breakdown. So many players from Forte needed to secure possession. Amos takes it upon himself. Goes deep. Khilichana.
It's over.
Menze. Try scorer.
Backward.
Looking for Solomon. Oh, little goose. He goes, does one, does two, but he's touched. Oh, the foot on the chalk there. Exciting runner he is. He's a man who set up the try, the second try for his fullback.
It's exciting with ball in hand. Unfortunately,
Open up,
White,
Jack.
you touch White, it means out there.
Go there.
But with ball in hand, showing some razzle-dazzle footwork, and as you mentioned, that silky touch, just a little pop pass inside to find the support line of Menze. That's quality.
Honka. Cowley. Amos. Now it's Major stepping onto the inside. It's isolated in a contact.
No,
Blues put
Randy.
pressure.
Run.
but they have to leave it. 2 men over the ball. Amos decides to change direction. He goes to the open side with the box kick. Was that a knock on from Selemet?
Side.
Selim goes long and deep. Mandanda tackled and it dislodges the ball. This is Chiwara. Into the 22. The Blues coming around the corner, a bit cynical. He's gonna get away with that. Oh, deliberate knock on. Ezra Major off to the off-goal stool.
As the South Afrikaans, afstoelkoel. Ezra Major deliberately knocking the ball forward, and therefore referee sanction, 0 tolerance. Major's doing a postgrad in education. There, that left lazy arm touching that ball forward.
Good competing on that line out from Khalo. But still the ball stays with the Blues.
No.
Pick and go. Vicha. And a gain from Edwin Ngumalo. Very physical up front here, the Blues. But good competing on the ground. Oh, it doesn't stay in the fights. Blues get the ball back.
Seven.
Good counter-racking from Khalo.
All the way.
Lacking a little bit of discipline is Rhodes University, and it's due to the fact that Fort Hare is demonstrating a bit of supremacy as far as physicality is concerned. They're opting for the full man line-out. We know opening try was scored by Kubene. Let's see what happens here, Bobs.
Now they're not secured, but the captain does well. CJ Osonde. Osonde. Oh, good competing on the ground though. Selemet, Luto, does well, the 8th man, turns over the ball, and it relieves a bit of pressure now for his side. They can calm down. Been under pressure for the last 2 odd minutes.
I've been under a little bit of pressure, but big 8 man Luto Salem in a good body position of strength, wins that penalty and turnover for his side, and in a vital area of the field. There, take a look. On his feet, in a position of strength, wins the penalty.
Four-man line-out. Rhodes go with that. Cowley gets it. Amos looking up for his captain. Sino Khalo. Chop low. A hooker from the Blues, and a counter.
Take him back.
Trying to get some bit of territory, but the ball was taken back. Keen catch from Khilijana Menze. Onto the 10-meter line he goes. His forwards have to work backwards. Carry now from Zozoyana. Chira has to help out on that Raku Caesar. Oh, ball on the floor. It's uncomfortable. It's untidy.
Offside.
It's offside.
Damien Mara trapped off sides, just jumping the gun slightly, trying to get some extra line speed.
One of the things about Varsity Shield, have produced 4 Springboks: Trevor Nyakani, World Cup winner Herschel Yanchis, World Cup winner Kevin Bosch, capped Springbok. Who was the last one, Brim?
Kubani Bobo.
Never played Varsity Cup.
You wished you had
Stay in the
that.
game, bro.
But as you mentioned, it's been a decade of passion, decade of memories. A lot of quality and talent coming out of the Varsity Shield. Big line-outs for Fort Hare.
Go to the front of his captain. Aku Uku cracking on the pace. Yes, sir! Get involved. They bite again, the Blues.
Outstanding play from this Fort Hare Blues side.
Can you hear me?
Keeping it simple.
On-field decision is a try. You want to check if the ball travels 5 meters at the line.
Did it travel 5 meters? I don't think it did, Bubs.
Oh, it definitely did. We can see the captain catching it behind the 5 and then going into... The replays are always great, give us a great insight.
Check for the line-out throw.
Bit of hindsight view, we're going to get you. Question is, did the ball travel 5 meters to make it a legal line-out?
Take a look.
Definitely.
Yeah, that did travel, eh? Foot on the line.
Foot on the line.
Can you freeze when it
Line
gets...
belongs to the referee.
Look at that wide shot when it gets...
The line does belong to the referee. Come on, Christie. Are we going to give that? There, it's on the line. Ooh, so close.
Detail, accuracy.
There.
Shot. Yes.
I don't think he can award that try.
The player's foot was on the 5-meter line when he caught the ball. He caught the ball in front of the 5-meter line and his foot was on the line.
So I'm going to go back and award a free kick to Rhodes.
Yeah, ball not travel 5 meters.
Yes. Can you just indicate to me where around about the line out was?
Okay, well do.
No, the ball didn't travel 5.
Just near the 15-10.
Well,
It's a free kick, the ball didn't travel 5 meters.
we have to scratch that off our try scoring list, and off we go. Possession now with Rhodes. It's a short arm penalty. Ball didn't travel 5 meters. But great innovation though, coming in from University of Fort Hare.
Well, exactly, that's what you need to do. Vary your options there. That's exactly where it traveled. Didn't travel 5. His foot was on the line. But showing a lot of pace.
Though.
Showing a lot of places, the hooker Kakuku, and that pass. Just the timing of the pass was excellent.
Carried by Upe, the loose head, wearing the number 1 jersey, Amos. Now coming on to fly off is Mandandana. Amos, loses the ball, advantage. Look at this, big man to big man. As Vita to Ngumalo. Caesar changes direction, looking for his inside center. Oh, what a hit. Oh, there's no love lost out here.
Leave it,
As that Eastern Cape double derby, double header.
Back was formed. And
Skills shown by the loose forwards. And just the tight 5, Liko Diallo, the number 5, overhead pass. Kick Chihuahua, searching for the touchline.
The ruck was formed and therefore hands in the ruck. Sanctioned by a penalty, and once again it puts this University of Fort Hare blue side in a favourable position of the field. A little bit of discipline letting down this Rhodes University side.
Uku,
let go, leave.
ball taken in by Dosholwana. Pick and go from Diallo.
Get back, 5 back.
CJ sorted. Aka Uku. Go ball to the backwards to and keep Chihuahua.
Stay.
Come on, Masiza. Captain puts his hand up. He says, "Let's go, man. I'm taking you forward. It's time to build." Goes to his 8th man, Zozoyana.
Go.
Use a bit of muscle. Oh, nothing subtle about this. It's all about putting the pressure onto Rhodes. Oh, what a step from Chua. Tries to offload. Look at the desperation from Bradley Van Heeren. Trying to turn over the ball in number 7 flanker.
Well, he's doing it correctly. Ball on the ground, you dive on it, putting his body on the line. Once again, what a step from the Zimbabwean-born Chiwara. Was schooled at Brackenfell. He's studying first year human movement sciences.
Oh, it's out here. There's no rugby without the Guijo.
Yep,
This is the narrative.
It's rugby that rocks on a Friday evening with flavour.
Oh, we're out here for the Friday night lights, Vim. People coming out to join us. There's no more games to come. The Madibas, who are on top of the log with 5 points. And maybe up against Wusu, who are on 4 points. So it's the top of the log clash from the Eastern Cape. This is 4th and 5th at the moment. Good scrum from the Blues. Oh, really biting it now. Carry from Zozoyana, offload. He gets on to his winger, Khilichana. Masiza, Chiwara, he's got space on the outside, but what a line! Get in there! Mihlali Nobomvu. Oh, it's been impressive.
Well, it's all set up by a dominating scrum by the Sport Blues side. Quality control at the back, unbelievable stuff from Zozonyana. And then just the timing of the run, the ball retention, they keep the ball alive. Cleaners are present at the ruck. But take a look at this pass, timing, running at the space and not at the face. Nombomvu gets Sport Blues' 3rd try of the outing.
Well, straight farm strategy break. The only players we've been seeing is the 22 of Rhodes University. Really getting up onto the field and converting, which is key about having that territorial advantage. Now it's up to Key Chiwara to get the extras. And yes, sir, he does. A 19 points to 7. The Blues lead.
It started off with some set-piece brilliance in the timing of the pass from the flow of Chiwara to the try scorer Nombomvu. But it's also the timing of his run as well. He comes from depth, he comes at speed, against the grain. Very difficult to defend.
Atingosi Mandandana about to kick off. We had to move on to first receiver as Matthew Roll had to leave us with an injury. And it's been exciting, a left winger.
Get back.
Salmen
Take him back.
Chiwara just kicks
Stay
it down
back.
to the midfield. Who wants it? Oh, gets it to the outside now, putting on that grubber. There's a man who's replaced. Oh, Amos
Good
gets
counter.
to meet the Blues onto their strength. Now the captain Sino, and the ball is lost by Ntsika Ndungane with the line backing in front of him.
Hold it.
And he holds on to the ground, and now it's a full-on long arm penalty. Well, from mistake to another mistake.
You can have to feel for the young man. Open and shut case of taking your eyes off the ball and looking at a defender and already scoring a try that you haven't scored yet.
Definitely saw that highlight reel. Didn't find touch though. Nice onto a Major. Major goes across the field. Spaniards just came off from the
Backward.
sin bin. It's a bit loose at the
Leave it
moment.
back.
Rhodes
Leave
goes
it.
and secures possession. All man in purple. Amos. Oh, that was a cul-de-sac.
No,
He was
release.
never going to go through
Tackle
that,
a sec.
but he got the ball.
There's the ball.
Pick and go. Rhodes trying to be physical with the blue side. They go on.
Backwards.
The passing has been letting them down. Cowley goes down to it
Go right.
to secure possession. Counter-racking the Blues.
You must be on your feet to play the ball.
Oh, the Blues mustering a few things.
You must be on your feet to play the ball.
Well, that's what happens when there's handling errors. You're playing backwards, which means your forwards have to backtrack to try and come and clean that ruck. But what I have noticed, Bobs, I don't know if you agree with me, Rhodes University burning numbers, too many numbers at every ruck, so it means they've got less people out wide to evolve the play.
Oh, it's been a sad thing for them not being accurate enough. Ball going to the ground, it's always going to put you in a difficult position. Start from a deficit.
So in this situation, all their forwards were 5 meters ahead. They're backtracking, trying to secure that ball. They have to come in through the gates and therefore losing possession, conceding a penalty.
It's great work from the Forte Blues, getting themselves onto that breakdown, really competing nicely, mixing their game up.
His arm broken or
Just
something.
got to love this.
Okay, sorry. I only saw that player there.
Oh, it's music. It's the joy. It's the Eastern Cape, a rugby in the blood, in the veins, in the soil.
Now, early on, out of picture, the Madiba side actually walked in front of the crowd, and you could hear an audio elevation. That's how important the local side is to them, the Madibas. They started their campaign with a good bonus point win last week. Bonus points in this year, Bobs, promotion and relegation, vital. You get a win with a bonus point, you've got a little bit of a gap on your opposition.
Again, they go to the front, trying to do the same move, but he knocks the ball on now. Amos. Onto Njokweni, Tembele. Decides to put foot down. Blues have really been biting.
Stay. Still advantage now.
Carry again from Sino Khalo.
Tackle, leave it.
And there's a tackle, his knees are touching the ground. A big man, 1.95 does well because he understands his laws.
Leave it.
Amos
Oh, it's over.
goes for a long kick,
Go back.
dropping back. He's allowed to go on with that. Kick from Menze. Major now. Onto
Roll away one.
the half of Forte Blues.
Well done.
Amos. Kick is charged down. Right. Back into the hands of Rhodes. Amos goes for the same kick again. Does he find a bit of space? Chase is good. Oh, done well there, the young man.
Release.
But it
Tackle, release.
has to be released. They
Ball
get
is
the
out.
ball back, ball is out. Oh, it's a bit untidy. But Zozoyana says, you know what? Let's get onto the bike. It's time to go, son. Yes, sir. Who's up with them? This is the Chihuahua try scorer here. Is he getting his brace? Yes, he does. Nobobu Mithali. Harder Blues on the transition. They catch one.
Soft defense around the ruck spot. Rhodes University, and the difference is made by Masizo. Carries the ball. What's importantly, Bobs, he doesn't die with the ball. He keeps the ball alive. Good support lines from his fellow teammates. The ball does the work. That pass there, perfectly timed. And Nobumvu gets his brace, and he earns the bonus point try for his side.
Well, it's their first game of the season. They've watched everyone when they had a bye, enjoying their Valentine's weekend with their close ones. And this week they said, you know what? We'll leave the roses when they get onto the field.
Exactly.
Keith Chihuahua has been marshalling his team very well. They're really felt the pain from last year's humiliation, losing by 1 point. And it's another conversion, 26 points to 7. Nobomvu on for his second one.
It's an awesome slalom run by the big number 8, Zobulyama. Offload, keeps the ball alive. The timing of the pass here again, he's had a solid first half as the flower half, Chiwara. And all Nobomvu had to do was trot in and score his brace.
Oh, it's just been so on point in this game. I mentioned that 13 points to 12 lost last season. First time, the only win Rhodes University have in the Varsity Shield. And it was against Forte, man on the carry now.
10 meters apart.
Saleme
No, leave it, yeah.
into the 22, Rhodes go. Amos goes to the blind side. What a hands from Sino Khalo. Oh, Matthew could not read that. I say it's Matthew Simon Cowley. 18-year-old who's starting his first year.
What a penalty.
Oh, he's doing a BA.
Take a look at this picture, that there, look at the skills of a tight head prop. Bobs, that is classic.
It didn't even touch it.
It's like soft hands, unbelievable.
Going off.
We used to have this coach back in the day. He used to say, caress the baby.
Exactly so. The most important thing is the ball in hand, keep it alive. Tell you what, the captain, Sino Hlalo, he's a big man. We've mentioned it early on, 1.95 m, 128 kilograms. Outstanding skills.
And he's only 20 years old, so much potential lying ahead. And it's so good that he's focused onto his skills. A Dell College boy doing his BCom on the 4th year.
Crouch.
It's good shape on the scrums.
Fine. Sit.
Caesar
Use it.
decides to put it onto touch, and that's us. It's time to go and have some oranges for this young man. But for Rhodes, it's go to read the riot. They have to really step up for the second half. They've lost already a first game of the season against TUT. The Blues' first game of the season. And already they got a bonus point try. It's 4 tries to 1. As University of Forte ahead to University of Rhodes.
Buy 4 15-inch or larger Goodyear tires and get 250 Rand cash back. Buy 4 Yokohama G015 tires and get 1,000 Rand cash back. Tires you need, prices you can afford. The Epic Tire Sale, only at search Epic Tire Sale.
On Sunday, the Red Devils of Manchester need 3 points to keep their Champions League aspirations alive, but face the relegation-threatened Hornets. Then can the Gunners leapfrog the Toffees on the table? What a way to win it! You want more? We'll give you all of it. Manchester United tackle Watford, Wolves host Norwich, and the Arsenal battle Everton. Watch all 380 games only on your World of Champions. The Premier League in HD on SuperSport. Proudly brought to you by Discovery.
Always wanted to drive is finally here.
Spicy.
I know.
Not you, boo. There we go.
Introducing the new spicy jalapeno range. Get 2 meals for 115 Rand. What are you say spice?
Welcome back to Madiba Stadium. Forte with the 4 tries in that first half with the bonus point. 26 points to 7. Rhodes only coming back with 1. From the hooker. It was a big start from the forward pack of Forte Blues, and coming around the corner, a try by Kubeni.
They kept it simple. It's not pretty to watch, but it's damn effective, and it earned themselves the first try, Kubeni.
All right, if you can do it, we can do it too. Njogweni getting a try for Rhodes.
Rhodes University struck back immediately to make it even. Stevens 7 points all. Njogweni pick and go, puts his head down and finds a blade of grass.
From the set piece, it was the Blues letting the ball do the work, spreading it like a rumour. And it was the ball onto the inside to Menze, who scores in the corner.
Set piece brilliance, off the top ball, always an attractive ball at the back. This offload inside from the Salman to Menze, time to perfection.
And what a scrum. Tracking backwards, keeping it alive was Zozoyana. But look at the line and the pass from Keith Chiwara. Nobomvu. Oh. Thank you for coming. I'll take that line.
That was an awesome TV dive. But the running and the timing of the line, he came from depth and at pace. What a try, and the timing of the pass from Chiwara, who's had an impressive first half.
Zozoyana decides to put the foot down, but great rugby IQ. Slow it down, look for support. Akukuku. Look at that left-hand pass. Nobovu says, what? I can get the second. Here we go, son.
Oh, you hit that right on the head, Bobes. He slowed it down, kept the ball alive, didn't find himself in open waters, and then the ball does the work. Mbovu gets his second and the bonus point try for their side.
Well, we are here at the Madiba Stadium, and this is how the scorecard looks.
Well, it's the tail of the tape. It's Forte Blues totally dominating in this first half. 4 tries to 1, leading 26 points to 7. There's a couple of numbers that stand out like a bad hairstyle. Possession, not enough for Rhodes. Tackles missed. Discipline on the field. Too many penalties given away. Let's join Sam Ladidi down on the field.
Well, the crowd's going crazy as Forte have gotten their bonus point. And one gentleman I know who will be ecstatic about that is Prof. Sakel Buhlungu, who is the Vice-Chancellor of Forte. Prof, what does it mean to you for the university to be able to be represented in a tournament like this?
This is a splendid opportunity for us as a university. Of course, we come from far. We this year 104 years old, and so we have a track record. Not only that, our team, the Blues or Lumage Blues, it goes back many decades. So we deserve to be here. It is our place that we're claiming, and I'm very, very happy with the game so far.
A lot of prestige and history to the Blues team. How does that sort of encompass the university as a whole?
It is a brand. It is a name that's out there that these players, I was talking to them in the dressing room. I said, you're carrying a big name on your shoulders. It's a big responsibility. You're carrying the University of Fort Hare, but also Lumage Blues. So it's a big, big honor. And I'm very, very thrilled with the performance of the boys.
We were sitting together towards the back end of the first half, and I saw you jumping up and down, celebrating the tries. There should be some... Talk to us about that emotion.
Look, it's a thriller. The game is a thriller. There are 2 tries that stand out in my mind, and there could be nothing like it. There could be nothing like it. And I was saying to the boys, we're going to the final. We're going to do what we did in 2017. We were in the final. This year, it's not a choice. They're going to the final, and they've got a fire in them. I saw them.
Well, you've heard it right from the Vice-Chancellor of the university themselves. Forte in the final. Can it happen? Let's find out what's going to happen throughout the rest of the game and then throughout the rest of season 2.
said if I wanted to do business with you, I have to become a vendor.
When others don't make sense, we do.
Buy 4 15-inch or larger Goodyear tires and get 250 Rand cash back. Buy 4 Yokohama G015 tires and get 1,000 Rand cash back. Tires you need, prices you can afford. The Epic Tire Sale, only at Search Epic Tire Sale.
This Saturday on Supersport, Mourinho takes his Chargers to an old stomping ground in an intense London derby. 2019 finalists, the Jaguares, confront a Springbok-laden Stormers outfit in Cape Town. And Rory McIlroy and 71 of the world's best chase WTC glory in Mexico. Up your game on Supersport.
Suffering from back pain? Apply Voltaren ML Gel. Unlike heat rubs that work on the skin surface, Voltaren ML Gel is a clinically proven anti-inflammatory medicine which penetrates through the skin. It relieves pain, treats inflammation and speeds healing. Voltaren ML Gel, the world's #1 medicated gel. Reignite your passions in the new Renault Duster, awarded most fuel-efficient brand in SA.
As 10 years of celebration of Varsity Shield, as Forte, who are leading here by 4 tries to 1, 26 points to 7. They've scored a bonus point of tries in that first half. The Blues, they've really been biting. And the forward pack has been meaning business. And we await the second half. That's the second year of the doubleheader on the promotion relegation season. Log points collected, and whoever tops that from the last 2 seasons, 2019-2020, will be promoted to Varsity Cup. Zosoyana. He was a stalwart in that first half. Gets the support from his pack. Change at scrum off. Field. Lita has come on with the number 23 jersey. Back into the 22 they go. Pick and go, they go, the Blues. On the forward pack, just muscling their way up, trying to free up some space for the fly half. No time, no space, but he uses his feet. Front field. Lilita. Madladlana gets the ball to his inside center. Bovu finds the safety of the touchline.
The Vice-Chancellor Forte said that his team is playing with fire. They're not only playing with fire, they're on fire at the moment, dominating that first half.
Simon Cardi gets up, but he doesn't get the ball. 10 over ball on the line out again. That's from Vicha.
Ball is out.
Singabantu. Ball kicked out there by Ulwazi Madiba. Turned over onto the roadside now. What can the Rhodesians do?
Advantage. Number 6, offside.
Offsides, discipline,
Leave
keep,
him, leave
kick
him.
and play. This is from the captain, Sino Khalo.
Leave it.
Close to the 22 they go now. Amos searching for it. Bandana.
Deco. Leave it. Go.
Amos, ball is slow. Gain Atengosi, Mandandana. Competing on the breakdown, the Blues. They've got the ball. There you go. Looks looking for territory. Oh, it's Chiwara. Oh, what a mistake from Rhodes. Just deflates the team, takes away the morale. You can see the support that he has around him.
Taking his eyes off the ball does the left winger Mpelo.
Oh, Smelele Mbanzi. There's a man who got a yellow card in that first half. Ill discipline from Rhodes University. They gave away 7 penalties in that first half, conceded 4 tries.
I have to agree with you. Those 7 penalties is A, kept Forte in the right areas of the field, and B, kept their scoreboard ticking over, because every time they've been in the red zone, they've come away with maximum spoils.
Razi Madiba with the ball, number 21 shirt, scrum off for the Blues. Came on for the man who started, Kama Masiza. Amos putting the pressure on his opposite number. Has to leave that ball. Counter-rack. Came from the side. Gain another ill discipline. Wanting to hurt them now. Rhodes. The scoreboard is not in their favor. Chiwara sets up a line out inside at 22. Rhodes University.
That's what we spoke about earlier on. 8 penalties inflicted in this fixture by Rhodes, 4 by Forte Blues.
Gets the ball in. Captain CJ Osoda. It's a more own player that went to the ground. Madiba. Chiwara. Going to the backs. Stepping and keeping the ball alive was the Blues. A bit forceful there from Ndo Sholwana. That was a Labuaya, the number 6 flanker. Not the biggest man, but big in everything that he puts out there. Energy.
I have to agree with you, a little bit forceful, a little bit flat from that back line. Need to run onto the ball at pace, keep their depth. Sometimes rather take it to contact, set up a target area, and from there evolve play instead of forcing it.
That he gets. Carlo Amos has to clean it up. Oh, no, it's not really working for the man from Makanda. Amos though decides to take it on. Pick and go and Jokweini's Tembe. Steady we go over the halfway line. They go. Rhodes.
Leave it.
Slowing the ball down. Giving enough time for the defense to set up. Amos decides to transfer pressure with the kick. And it was a competitive ball. Trying to keep it alive again, forcing issues. Very frustrated as Sinolwazi Ngekamvalake Khalo. Amanda Siolise Kupe have swapped jerseys. You understand why they've swapped jerseys, right?
Exactly. Break and play. Simon Cowley looks like he's done himself a nasty.
You know, the first game that they played in the season, they played up against the TUT. And to lose that game by 7 points to 3. And Port Elizabeth is out here to shine. Crowd is out to support. That's the second year of a double header of the Eastern Cape. They play for that Pineapple Cup, which is a moment held by the host, the Madibas, unbeaten last season, only lost their most important game, which was the final.
to lift a bit of silverware. The Pineapple Cup is held between the 4 Eastern Cape universities, and who ends up with the most points on the log wins the Pineapple Cup.
Competition within the competition.
Definitely so.
Oh, sad to see Simon Carley walking off and limping off. More pressure on that line out, and he's been the main choice in that options. It's a slow change here. Pert.
What's up, guys?
Oh, it's on here. So many chips coming on from the Blues, really taking it on to the mental side of the game. So the Rhodes players asking, when are you going to carry the ball? I want to see you.
Fine. Sit.
Amos. Good scrum from the Blues, putting in the pressure. Amos goes to the blind side, meets the captain. Going for the intercept was Loazi Madiba. Got to knock it on to touch. It's options.
Captain, you have an option. Scrum or line out. Scrum.
The ball was knocked into touch, and therefore there is an option for the Rhodes captain. Either line out or scrum. They've opted for the scrum. It's a big call considering the previous scrum, the pressure that the Blues did put on that Rhodes University pack of 8.
Amos.
Bye.
Scrum out from Rhodes.
Sit. Steady.
Blues putting on the pressure again, but much easier at the back there. Atengosa Matatana. Dungane. Major shows the ball, but the tackle is a strong one. Mabomvu trying to keep the ball alive. Nzika Dungane affected the tackle from Forte.
Ball in 2 hands. Creates doubt in the defensive line, but dominating defense once again by this Blues side.
Ezra Major. The man was trying to put away there by Ngobo Bovu. My man coming on here as viewer, Makeleni. They call him V-Dub.
He's a player that played in Academy Week, a product of Muir College. He's doing an honours Bachelor of Social Science.
All the students, 25 students, audited by Mazar. All these players are studying. Zozoyana going to the blind side. Madiba Loazi stepping and going, shaking and baking. Chiwara takes over from his scrum half, gives it on to strong carry of Numalo. Ball back on the inside of Zozoyana. Willing ball carrier. Bright Fields seeking for the field. Daswell Mbanzi. Smamgele. Puts the ball in front of his forwards. Gets help. Vida. Atengosi. Strong carry from Renwick. Blues just all over that breakdown and just dominating it. Ball now should be coming up from their side. Yeah, too long.
Oh, that's outstanding work from the lock forward, Kubeni. He opened the try count for his side this afternoon.
Just winning every single battle on the field, the Blues.
Oh, they're definitely so. They're winning the conflict areas, the collision areas, the breakdowns. Take a look at this from skill. Shows daylight, onto the ball immediately. Position of strength, wins the turnover and penalty for his side. That is penalty number 9 conceded by Rhodes in this fixture. Like I said earlier on, A, it's kept Ford here in the right areas of the field to set platforms for attack, and B, it's kept that scoreboard ticking over and therefore leading 26 points to 7.
Yeah, Lunkale Blues. Forte right on it with the bite. Right, putting on some few changes coming on. The number 17, Tatenda Tichi Wangana. Songosi. Coming in for Kumeni is Chikami.
Tichi Wangana, born in Zimbabwe. Good two-handed take off the top. Nice and flat and direct. Show and go. Outstanding running line by the Stoff.
It's a great carry there for Ndosholwana. Brett Shields waves and go. Back ball onto the inside. He's getting support there from Vicha. Madiba calls on to his forwards. Ndialo Aliko. Now getting help from Chikami. Madiba onto the foot it goes from Bovu. Ball's gone backwards. And the pressure is Rhodes, but they've got possession. Mbanzi. Wilbert taken back to the 5 meters. His own. He's 22. Clearance for the touchline. And the pressure now, the Rhodes. And you can see only on the second round of Varsity Shield, players still getting into competitive stages of this game.
Oh, definitely so. Round 2. Let's remind you that the University of Fort Hare are coming off a bye. Rhodes narrowly lost last week to FNB TUT 7 points to 3. That's total domination in this fixture by the Fort Hare Blues.
On the season, Shumini number 19 coming on from Ganubi High. Atengosi Ngenwana on the number 18 jersey. Tight head. Tender Tichiwangana is coming on to the loose forward. A few changes coming on for Rhodes. You can see man is striking as the captain, CJ Osorde. That's why he's wearing those pretty short. First game of the season. They haven't had a player that rocks yet. There was no player that rocked from Rhodes because they lost their first game against TUT.
Osorde has a solid outing today. Led from the front, vital line out.
Abugugu goes to the front, but well competed there. Short in stature, but Rhodes get up and they get in front of the man. Pick and go. Inside 22, already doing it the hard way. Back to Mandandana. Didn't find much relief from that kick. Still under pressure on Rhodes University.
Oh, it is Port here dominating possession, 59%, dominating territory there in the right areas. And as a defensive side, that is energy sapping, because you're not seeing the ball and all you're doing is defending.
I'm missing Diarra there, but good reactions from Vicha. Madiba. Short ball to Nobomvu from Bovu. That's a tackle. Madiba changing direction, going to the blind side. Brett Ship. Right field. Offload. Oh, that's been really working for Rhodes. Can't get any momentum. They get little breaks. It's not sticking.
A little bit lateral, a little bit flat. This is the Forte Blues. As you mentioned, it's just not going the way that it should be going. The throw of the dice, and then a little error, gifting possession back to the opposition.
Almost quicksand for them. The harder they try, the more they dig themselves deeper and deeper into trouble.
You guys just relax. We didn't even get the market and you guys are shouting numbers. Give us a chance to get the line on the set up.
Frustration for Rhodes, understandably. Nothing really going their way in this game. It's cause of the pressure from the Blues. They've already scored a bonus points, 4 tries in that first half, 2 going on to their outside centre, Nobomvu Mklali. The try was scored by Tubeni, the lock forward. And another one by the fullback, Kamveli Lemenze. Konto, Tugu. Patient. Gets it on Diarra. Setting up the driving ball on the boot. He goes now. Tugu has to use it. Ducks underneath one tackle. Does a good fight on that tackle. Blues now. Asking the big man Songosi. Umbasa. Take it up. Likon Diarra. Fighting.
No, leave it.
Have to leave it now. Rhodes, Madiba, Fields, looks on the inside, but decides to put a foot into it. Carry from Bovu. Ball spills backwards. Pick up from Salman. It's taken onto the touchline by the Rhodes defenders. Tikan Dungane. That's feisty, yeah?
Bit of handbag throwing. It's almost like the game is in a gone off the boil period. Players going through motions. Rhodes obviously would love to try and get back in this one. Fort Hare Blues though shouldn't be defending a lead, because that's the worst error you can make.
So many changes have happened in the second half, but this man started on good competing from Diarra, who wins that ball back. Madiba, Brian Fields, Zozoyana. Oh, he just fends off easily. People around him. Madiba, Fields, stepping and going forward. There's Bovu. Loses the ball in contact though. Set backwards. That's Rhodes University with possession. Only one try to show for the Endeavours over the afternoon. Hilbert. Strong carrier from him. Showed lots of emotion from frustration, I guess. Rhodes trying to set up something here. To the blind side they go. Via Makalilin. Viwe.
Backwards.
Ball goes backwards from Tichiwangana. And born in Harare. It's a maul. And the Blues are just happy to hold it up. And they're just counting down with the referee. Then they get the advantage, and yes, they do. Oh, it's getting emotional here. Bovu taking on the forwards.
Strategy break.
Strategy break. You mentioned a few changes that have happened in the second half. Not much momentum has happened. But you know what's a good thing, Vim? On strategy breaks, you get a strat master. Maybe his point of view will sort of lead us to the way, how we go and see and how we view what's happened in that third quarter.
Oh, definitely so. Let me tell you one thing, it has gone off the boil slightly. Yes, there's been numerous changes with it, which has interrupted momentum for both sides. But Rhodes, on the other hand, need to be playing in the right areas of the field. They're getting trapped behind the advantage line. Let's have a chat and let's hear what Sam has to say downstairs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm with Mr. Kondakele Sompondo, who is a former coach of the roadside that is on the field today. And we spoke about how you managed to get the roadside into the Varsity Shield tournament. What does it mean for you to see that this team is still here?
Very, very proud, and it's very exciting for us. I mean, it's massive for Eastern Cape Rugby, but even bigger for Rhodes University, that our university is playing in the mainstream of student league. And of course, I mean, this is not the result that we were looking for, but we're quite happy with the fact that we're participating in this big platform.
Where's it gotten wrong for Rhodes over the last 60 minutes, and what do they need to improve for the next 20?
Look, I don't think we're looking after the ball well. Our defense is solid. I mean, if Forte had their own way, this score would have been bigger. It means our defense is good. It's just that we're not looking at the ball, and we are committing critical mistakes at critical times of the game. But I think with time, they'll get better. And I mean, this is a young group of players, and with time at this competition and their understanding and comfort with the intensity at this level, I think they'll get better.
So ball retention and better decision making is the order of business down here. Thank you for joining us. Back to you guys in the commentary box.
Well, he talked about it, all these mistakes that they've been making and not really securing the position and getting up to the intensity of this competition that's been put on by the Blues. Blues, by the other way, they've really fallen off.
Oh, definitely so. But at the end of the day, Bobs, you only play as well as your opposition allow you to play. The Blues have been clinical in the right areas of the field. They've made it count when they needed to make it count, scoring vital points and vital tries. That's why they're up with a bonus point try. On the other hand, attacking form of this Rhodes University side, they've been good in patches of the game, but they're burning too many numbers to secure possession. Therefore, they don't have players out wide to evolve play, and often they get trapped behind the advantage line. Therefore, all their forwards have to backtrack to try and secure possession, and that's why there's been so many turnovers, so many handling errors.
Once again, we're about to go into the last quarter. Such a big game coming up as the top of the clash is the Madibas, who will be up against the Wusu, the mighty All Blacks, who went and upset CPUT away from home with the win.
And CPUT are the reigning Varsity Shield champions. They lifted the silverware. The Madibas went all the way unbeaten until that final hurdle.
Oh, and the Pineapple Cup is up for grabs for this season. But at the moment, Madibas with a bonus point, they lead the log of Varsity Shield by 5 points, and second to that is Wusu. That's why this is such a big game for the Eastern Cape. It's the doubleheader. It's the Friday night lights rugby here at Madibas.
Crouch! Bind! Both front rows must just be patient and wait for the call, please. Booker, did you hear me?
So much talent has come out of here. So many World Cup winners have come out from the Eastern Cape. Mark Andrews comes to mind.
Crouch!
Captain by captain, Siya Kolisi.
Robbie Kempson.
Not a World Cup winner.
Not a World Cup winner, but a Springbok.
Lukanya Makazole Mapimbi. Here we go. Madiba, can he be the next man to do it? Ball goes behind. Chiwak That's well. Did the handoff. He's got the man on his outside. He uses him. Oh my goodness. Get in, son. Get in. Oh, what a play from the man from the Blues, Siseko Salman.
It's Keith Chiwara that's impressed all day long. He's been solid with ball in hand. And he finds a perfect time pass. Good running line from Salman. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. You can watch this over and over again. It's a sloppy pass, but he picks it up. That handoff there makes a difference. And this year, perfectly timed to perfection. But what Salman did, he hugged that far touchline. He kept his width and depth. He made it easy.
Well, basics done. Now it's up to field to add on the extra points. 33 points. They need to 7. 40 Blues, 10 on the Magic.
Well, it's the bounce pass, as you would call it, Bobes.
Lovely pass.
Picks it up perfectly. The bounce pass creates doubt in the defense, but take nothing away from the fly half Chiwara. The timing of the pass, the running line of Salman. Fantastic try.
Mantandanana gets the ball down, but it is a knock-on from Ndocholwana. Now is the time for the Stallions. Come on, the Rhodesians. Come on, Rhodes. Vidap goes to the blind side. Mbanzi. Now carry from Mngani. Mngani taken to touchline. Turnover ball. Blues want to play quick. Spabalo. Mngani.
As we mentioned early on, it is promotion relegation year. You end up first of the round robin stages. You get a golden spoon straight into the Varsity Cup. And then you play in the final to win the silverware. But at the end of the day, Bobes, how important is tries scored for your team? The amount of tries that you concede, it could all add up to getting up to Varsity Cup or playing in a Varsity Shield final.
That's what it's about here. Rhodes, they win the ball back to them. Dandana goes to Mbanzi.
That goes, no, dude.
Keleni. Oh, ball goes backwards. Cleaned up by Salaman. Keleni brings on his players, but they will mat in that tackle.
Number 6.
Oh, the long arm of the law. Offside. Rhodes now really keen to up the tempo. Dungane. They go to the blind. They just want to play it right now.
No, leave it,
it's the last quarter. It's time to chance your armor. Pick and go from Hilpert.
No. You're not supporting your body weight. Step. Backward.
Ball again is loose. Oh, this is Kakuku. Looks around. Gives it to Matiba. Oh no, they're just sharing the ball. Oh, look at the ball movement. Is he gonna get the hat trick? No, he goes back on the inside. Deservedly, Zozoyana. Yes sir, it's the 6th try for the Blues. Oh, they playing music. That ball is so hot, they have to make sure that the hot potato doesn't die with you.
Oh, 100%. They kept the ball alive. They kept running onto the ball at pace, but it's another unforced error from this road side. Ball's kept alive. Patiela, inside pass. So simple. Draw and pass, keep that ball alive. Good pick and go. He's been solid, Nombovuma. And then, as you mentioned, deservedly, the big 8th man, Zozoyana, gets the Blues 6.
Oh, that's the try. It really takes it away. It's a 6th try, 2 and the second half. And now it's up to Brandfield to convert. Oh, sweet strike. And the AR say, yes sir, we agree. 40 points to 7.
Well, it's interplay between backs and forwards, and once again, like I mentioned, unforced errors
There's number 12.
penalising this Rhodes side. But take a look at this. It's like music to my eyes. The way they keep that ball moving, like a hot potato you mentioned, Bobes. Pick and go. And once again, the number 8, Zozoyana, prominent.
There's a change. Nombomvu has had a solid outing with 2 tries in that first half. The outside centre, business like on the breakdown. Great voice on the backs, giving information to this inside backs. Exploit that space. Rhodes never went 10 options for the Blues. And it's on to the scrum, surprisingly.
It's an area that, irrespective of the size of the big captain, Sinoralo, 128 kilograms. Forte Blues have been solid at the set piece. Have a look at a couple of numbers. Handling errors 11 by Rhodes, penalties conceded 10. That immediately puts immense pressure on you. You've gifted possession 11 times back to a side that is actually on fire. They've scored 6 tries.
Can attack either side. Madiba is right at the back of it. He goes with Zozoyana. Zozoyana makes the yards. 15 yards from that scrum. Fields. Ball goes backwards to loose. And man in front, but there's a knock on first. Just nothing working for the Rhodes University.
Too much space allowed. That's the handling error. Knock on in contact, but too much space allowed for the try scorer, Zozoyana. He breaks from the scrum. It's clearly across the advantage line. What does it mean? Your whole defense is backtracking. They're scrambling. Puts you under immense pressure.
Blues, all the stats seem to be favoring them. Even the scoreline is showing it. 6 tries to 1. Oh, this is a dance-off. Getting involved, son.
Stay there.
It looks a bit like you, Bobes, tonight.
That's a good thing, Vermeer, old man.
50 without loss.
You've raised the bat already.
Definitely so.
Good times here at Madiba Stadium. It's the second year of the doubleheader, the Eastern Cape doubleheader for the Pineapple Cup.
That picture tells a story of a million words. Take a look at that. That's a pumped up pack of 8. A lot of replacements. They get set piece dominance. You have to love it.
Oh, they've been like that the whole time. It's all just goosebump stuff from these young men, showing passion and playing the game they love most. Chihuahua setting up the line out inside the 22 of the Rhodes University.
Crack on the pressure, type of Bajeda Argentine movement as that ball comes in, but take a look at the reaction. You have to love it.
It's always led by the hooker. He's the captain of that scrum. Mkonto Kakukuku has been outstanding out here. Blues, they march on. Ball to the back of Zozoyana again. Madiba, Loasi Madiba searching for that elusive hole.
Well done.
Zozoyana. Oh, this man has just been all hard work, the 8th man. Should be proud of his effort. Getting more help from these big pack of forwards.
Stay there, stay
Just
there.
patience is the key here. Accuracy.
Stay.
Communication from the forwards. Gain the hooker.
Well done.
Ball is coming up to their side. Pick and go from Diallo. Orliko. 10 over ball. Tichiwangana. Tatenda. It goes back to Makalelini and he gives it to Mantandana. Again, he doesn't get that shot, the clean shot. Very frustrating for them, not getting any purchase from their kicks of exit.
Well, Sean Miller, the referee, playing some good advantage. The ball was lost forward by the Blues. Ichiwangana doing well to get some front foot momentum, but all in the wrong areas of the field.
Oh, Little Salem. Just friendly fire. Coming on to the hooking position for the Rhodes University. I beg your pardon, actually. For the Blues, it's Wandile Ngoti. Try that, Vim.
Wandile Ngoti.
Oh, good call, my friend.
Well, this is a vital scrum for the Rhodes University side. We know what happened the last scrum, and you will expect the Fort Hare Blues to throw everything at this scrum, including the kitchen sink.
Crouch! Fine! Sit! Steady!
Vio Makaleni, Muir College, man, pick and go. This is good work from Salaman. Salama, beg your pardon. Looking for work is Major. And the ball somehow popped out on the blue side.
The ruck had been formed, illegal play at the breakdown. I must say they've been pretty disciplined, has this Fort Hare side. Sixth penalty that they have conceded.
Again, strike. It's the tough one. Such a technical fault that he has. Just the placement of the ball into his foot to get some good yards next time.
It was a good solid defensive scrum by the Rhodes side. And a good breakout by the big number 8. Lutu Salem, product of Selborne College. Studying psychology.
Vio Makaleni decides to let the ball go to Nkewana. Makaleni. Oh, pass unkind. That Ndungane has to do something with it. Decides to get it on his tackle fight. Been held up in a tackle though by the Blues. I mean, strong defensively, only leaking one try and another handling error. It's been a long day. Rugby's unkind sometimes.
It is unkind. Open and shut case of taking an eye off the ball and looking at approaching Scud missiles in the defensive line.
Oh, there's been so much excitement in that bench. It's a first outing for the Blues.
The first outing, and their coaching staff, the team will be very proud.
Well, the bonus point win away from home. They lost this fixture last year on the exact same date, the 21st of February 2019. Rhodes are victorious and BCM Stadium in East London, 13 points to 12. Only win they've had. And the Varsity Shield.
Varsity Shield history, yeah, that's an amazing stat, Bobs. Look at the turnaround in a year.
But Fort Hare, with all the experience, been there since 2011. His 69th game in the Varsity Shield. Sponsored by F&B. Zozoyana again takes it upon himself. Forever trying is Ndosholwana. Diminutive number 6 flanker. Kerina is from the Aliko. Madiba. On he goes. Chikambu.
No advantage, bro. Come. Pulling away.
Tap and go. Man who's just come onto the field, but he's sorted by his opposite. Ongasizwe Shumi. He says, please bring it. I want some more. How dare you?
Well, that is what you call dominating defensive effort by Shumi. Bang. Turnover conceded. Outstanding defense from the young man, and that's what it means to the faithful of Port Elizabeth. They're waiting for the big one.
Oh, this is what rugby's all about. All together singing in one song and enjoying it. Setting it up. The Eastern Cape double header. That's the top of the clash coming after this. If you don't know, Varsity Shield. 4 universities for the Eastern Cape competing for the Pineapple Cup.
Just relax, boys.
All the bragging rights. For the team with the most points in the season. That's a promotion relegation season too. Chance and opportunity to play up with the big guns in the Varsity Cup. The team with the top points collectively from 2019 and 2020 will get the promotion to go to Varsity Cup. And the bottom side from Varsity Cup with the lowest and least numbers of points will be down to the Varsity Shield. Major decides to kick the ball up. Now Rhodes really not getting any chances yet.
Comes off his boot like a wounded duck in flight. But it has been a problem, their clearance kicks. They have not found much purchase. And it's kept them trapped in the wrong area of the field. They haven't really, in the second half, been in an area where they could be looking dangerous or in the red zone, putting on pressure on this Forte blue side.
Man from Alice with the 6 tries to 1 on the ball. That was an interesting lineup, but
leave it now.
Rhodes do well to get the ball. The man from Makanda.
Leave it now.
Vidab. Oh, ball handed over. Another mistake. Look who's up to latch onto it. SM Zozoyana. He has been on it the whole day. On the money. 7th try. That is scored by Kampelihle Makela. Oh my goodness. Yalumale Blues.
Zozoyana has been prominent for his side. Take a look at this for skills. Look at this pickup. Unbelievable. Off the ground. Skills. Offload in the tackle. Good support from Patiela.
Zozoyana has been impressive. It's up to Bryant. Field. Who looked very good in this second half, getting a chance from the fly-off Keith Chiwara, who's moved on to the fullback, but look at the way they strikes this ball. Commentator's curse.
Yep, as always. Once again, take a look at this for skills, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect technique. Offload in the tackle, keeps the ball alive. Try time.
Well, the crowd is gonna go loony beans when you see these men on top of the log. Unbeaten last season, lost in that final, but it's the Blues who are using their bites to get involved. Lwazi Madiba. Oh, Fields filling it out. Fields. Oh, look onto the outside. It's a brace for the man. Fakela with the double in 2 minutes. 50 points to 7. Yalumale Blues.
Yalumala Blues. Outstanding play from this Blues side. Soft defense, we must say, from Rhodes. But you can only defend so much. The stepping of the replacement, Lana. Outstanding steps, shows and goes, offloads. Perfect timing of the pass. Support line of Fatiela. Gets his brace in the same amount of time.
And Fields converts another try. It's 52 points to 7. 8 tries conceded by Rhodes University.
Now Brunfield sets it alight, stepping off both feet. So nimble. Look at that for a celebration.
Go deep, Rhodes, they do.
Backwards.
Not secure, but the ball goes backwards. Chihuahua. Advantage to Rhodes. What they can give. They need that consolation try. Need something out of this game. Show that they were in for this fight.
Must come around the back. Can't come from the side.
Quick play.
Check.
Ndungane. Was a bit of a check.
Okay, Christy,
From Christie. Oh, here's the All Blacks. Usu. Oh man, from Butterworth. It's a TMO situation at the moment. The clock is off.
I did say time off.
They went to CPUT and really showed what they're up for. And now they're up against the host. But we're back to this game. That's a dangerous tackle they're looking for. It's Mikobo Bovu, who's gone for a wrestle move. This is not going to end well.
Straight down onto his neck, head.
Son?
Yes, Chris.
The player was lifted and then he was brought down to the ground in a dangerous manner, and his head made contact to the ground first. So my advice would be to you is a red card against 12 black.
12 black, red card for a tip tackle.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Number 12. Are you number 12? Okay, so it was a tip tackle. First card, point of contact was with the head on the ground. That's red card.
Well, that's all. That's the only thing that the Blues have done badly was that ill discipline in the last minute. And Rhodes just
Double knock on board.
epitomizes what has happened over here. It's been a one-sided way with the red card on the last minute for the Blues. But at the end, it was that side with so much discipline, with so much endeavor and great execution.
They were special this afternoon. Dominating, scoring 8 tries to the 1 try of Rhodes University, dominating the scoreline, dominating the collision areas, winning this one 52 points to 7. Let's remind you, they came from a bye last week and they've started their Varsity Shield campaign with a bang.
Well, full-time score here at Forte with 8 tries to 1. They win 52 points to 7 against Rhodes.